What's good, everybody? Oh man, I swear, yesterday was a pretty bad day, man. Now, as you can see, I'm wearing a black jacket. I typically wear my plaid jacket, but that's a really hot jacket. You know, the Harley Davidson plaid jacket that has like the pockets for the armor and things like that. So yeah, I typically wear that. That's like my go-to jacket. I only this black mesh jacket is my first jacket I've ever bought. I typically don't wear it that much. Why? Because of the pockets. It's a great jacket, but the pockets are so shallow. I'm afraid of losing things like keys. Well, the unthinkable happened yesterday. What was supposed to be a quick little trip to Best Buy to pick up a tripod turned into a all-day ordeal. A manhunt for some keys. I dropped all of my keys. At this point in time right now, I still don't know where any of my keys are. I went straight from my house to Best Buy parking lot. Well, not even to the parking lot. Before I even made it to the parking lot, I checked for my keys because my phone was almost falling out my pocket. And I'll talk about that, why my phone was in my pocket here in 1 second. But yeah, so I'm like, oh shit, I felt my elbow hit my phone that was hanging halfway out my pocket. So, you know, I'm going around checking my other pockets. I'm like, oh crap, if my phone was about to fall out my pocket, let me make sure I zipped up this pocket on my left side where my keys are. Well, sure enough, I get to patting down and I start to panic because I don't feel my keys at all. They're gone. And the thing is, I drove straight from my house through the neighborhood, got right on the highway. I don't know where those keys are. And you're like, and I know you're probably wondering, well, why didn't you have a GPS on your keys? Like a tile. I do. And it's not working. So like, and it was new. I've only had it for a month. And I know that doesn't mean that the battery couldn't be going dead, but it wasn't. It indicates when the batteries are low. It was a brand new battery. And it was a replaceable, you know, the replaceable joints that you have to twist to get out. So one or two things could have happened. Maybe those keys fell so hard to where it popped the battery out, which is probably something that probably would have happened. Or no one's just been around for it to pick up anyone's Bluetooth, because you know tiles, they run off of Bluetooth, which is kind of silly because Bluetooth has a limited range, but it is what it is. I stupidly decided to go with tile, but I've learned my lesson now. Find something better, which I don't know if there's anything better than tile. But anyways, yes, I tried to find my keys all day yesterday, couldn't find it. My motorcycle key fob was on those keys. My Jeep keys were on that keys. My house keys, everything. So today is Monday. Thank goodness everything has been open, except Harley. I went yesterday when I knew I couldn't find those keys. I actually went yesterday to get a key fob replacement, but obviously we know Harley Davidson's not open on Monday, so I have to go tomorrow, which is Tuesday, to get the new key fob program to this bike. But the whole point of making this video is to say this: it's very important to remember your code to your bike to start your motorcycle. If I didn't remember my code, I would have not been able to bring this motorcycle home from the parking lot of Best Buy. I would have been stuck trying to figure things out. But man, that came in clutch. So that's why I'm riding right now. I've been riding, this is the first day, well, second day technically. I rode all day yesterday without my key fob. But yeah, this is my second day riding without my key fob, and I'm having to start my motorcycle with my security code, which is pretty cool. I like that, you know, that if you lose your key fob, you're able to still get around without having your key fob. That's important. So please, 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 if you have one of these newer bikes that has the override passcode to start your bike, remember it, write it down somewhere in your house, put it in your phone. Hell, I don't know, but it's important to remember that damn passcode, man. It saved me a lot of damn headache. So yeah. Now, when it comes to my phone, why it was in my pocket and not right here, listen, I've learned my lesson on that too. I'm thinking I'm going to save some money on buying a cheap little Amazon phone holder. Do not do that to your phone. My iPhone, what is it, 10s, 11? I don't know what the hell I have. It's been so long since I've bought this thing. I think it's a 10s. Or X, I don't know. Anyway, listen, I can't use my back camera anymore. I think my motorcycle has vibrated that camera into not functioning at all. Like, it just doesn't work. And when it does work, it does this little pulsing thing and just vibrates to where you can't even, it won't focus on anything. So listen, take it from me, don't buy a cheap phone holder. Buy something that has some form of vibration dampening to save your damn phone. Lord knows I wish I would have learned that. I just destroyed my phone camera, but it's okay. I think next year I can deal with it for another year. I'm not buying a new phone right now. It's kind of stupid to, as long as I can make phone calls, as long as I can look at YouTube, like it doesn't affect how I view things on the phone. I just can't take pictures, and I don't really take pictures anyway like that. That's why I don't really post on Instagram, because my phone is just, the camera's trash right now. Once I get a new phone, I'll end up getting a new I'll start posting to Instagram more. But as of right now, I don't post to Facebook, I don't post to Instagram. Only thing I do is upload every once in a while to YouTube. But yeah, man, that's been my Sunday. Today's Monday, but that was my whole day Sunday. Right now, I'm just trying to ride and gather my thoughts, because Lord knows, with everything going on in the world, and then throw on top of personal stuff like losing your keys, that can drive someone crazy, you know what I mean? Think about it. Losing your job, having someone pass away from COVID-19 or this virus, and then you have little small things like losing your keys that push you over the edge, that just makes you snap. And that's typically what happens, man. That's why I feel like I'm so lucky, and I know a lot of you guys feel like you're so lucky to be able to ride a motorcycle and just get your mind on things, and to prevent you, or I say not prevent you, but help you kind of just make it through the day and say, okay, I know all these crazy things are happening, but at least I have my motorcycle to get a little bit of throttle therapy. That's what I needed all day yesterday, man. I literally just rode my motorcycle all day yesterday looking for these keys. It made it a little bit better that I was on my motorcycle. But you know, when you lose your keys, you start going through all the worst case scenarios with someone picking them up, finding them, and then out of the probably 1 out of a billion chances they find your house. And it's like, that's what my mind was going through. That's why I was having such a bad day yesterday, because it's like, I'm paranoid. Oh, somebody's gonna find my house, someone's gonna break in the house. Well, they wouldn't technically be breaking in because they have the key. They're gonna open my door without us knowing. Now, I keep a gun beside my nightstand, so I'm cool. But it's just the fact that you can't hear anything, right? And it only goes there at night, and it's put away during the day. But anyways, yeah, my mind was racing. What if somebody steals my Jeep? So the Jeep was locked down in my garage. So I rushed out today. Oh, spent a lot of money on getting a bunch of keys replaced. Car keys. Luckily, I just had one of my car keys. I have 2 cars, so luckily I only kept 1 car key on that key ring with my motorcycle key, which I'm doing it different this time. I'm not like my car keys, motorcycle key, everything's going to be different, because I separate my 2 car keys, like my 2 different cars. I separate those keys, because if I lose 1 car key to 1 car, at least I have the other car to get around in, right? But now going forward, once I get the replacement key fob for the motorcycle here, the 2020 Low Rider S programmed to this bike, I'm going to separate them all. Like, everything is going to be separate. So if I lose one thing, I'm not having to spend $800 on replacing 2 sets of keys to do 2 different vehicles. which I didn't pay that much. I think like replacing my Jeep key and reprogramming 2 keys was about $329, and that was reprogramming 2 keys. I only had to buy 1 key, but they reprogrammed my other key that I already had, which was cool. I went to 2 different Jeep dealerships, man, and one wanted to charge me $500. So luckily they didn't have the key in stock. They didn't have my key fob in stock, so I went down to another Jeep dealership that was like maybe 10 minutes away, and they had the key fob and only charged me $325. The key was $230, and then like, yeah, $230 something, $230 some dollars for the key fob, and they cut me a new key that goes inside for free, and then it's $95 to reprogram both of my keys, which was a pretty good deal in my book. That was really good. Now, the key fob for my Harley only cost me $70, and I haven't had it programmed yet. I've already bought it because I rushed out and just like yesterday, Sunday, I went out and got the key fob for the Harley. Yeah, it cost me $70 just for the key fob, those normal key fobs that it came with. Luckily, they had like 1 in stock. If not, they would have had to order it, and it would have been, it would have taken a while to get here. But I think from what I'm told, that's only going to cost about $40, maybe $40-50 to program it to the motorcycle here, which she said it would take them maybe 1 to 2 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes to do. So man, that's it. Don't be careless like me. I've learned my lesson. And the crazy thing is, man, I always, whenever I used to wear this jacket, I was religious on like checking my pockets twice to make sure I zip them up. And for some reason, I don't know what the hell I was thinking, I didn't do that. Yesterday, I didn't even make sure my pockets were zipped. I just got I don't know. I just got complacent. I think that what happened, I just got complacent. So being complacent will ruin your life, literally. but yeah, that was the one thing that almost made me snap yesterday. Obviously, we know what's going on in the world, and then again, it's just the small things that will make you snap and make you lose it for a brief second. Luckily, I was like by myself when it happened, and I called my wife in a panic, asking her to search the neighborhood, and she has obviously the Towel app on her phone, so you know, we're both searching for and we couldn't find it. So man, all right guys, that's it. I'll check you guys in the next video. Don't go losing your keys like me.